Welcome guys, this is a game that I've been really looking forward to because I don't really see the Mongols playing against the Order of the Dragon, so I'm really curious how this is gonna turn out. Let's present the players first. We got Tanke playing as the Order of the Dragon in the color purple against LoueMT playing as the Mongols in the color teal. How are you doing? Look at this spot here. Look at this spot for the Mongols. They have the wood line, have the gold, have the deer. Oh my god, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's take a look at Louis' vision. He doesn't know about that. He's gonna grab his hair when he sees this spawn because it's beautiful. Well, the Uvu will be very far, but you know, it's a very good spawn here. It kind of reminds me of the other day I was playing 2v2 in Gorge, the same map, and as you know, team games in Gorge are quite interesting because the two players share the base, they share a big gold vein, and they have the same layout. So it's kind of like a very interesting map where there is a lot of action. And I got my teammate, he was playing the Mongols. And he went to this right corner, exactly like this. He had the deer in the back, he had the wood line. I was like, okay, fine, you wanna go there? I was here, you know, and he was here in the deer pack. And so, okay, fine. Like, I thought you were at the front, but if you wanna me to tank, well, I guess I can do that, right? And then I went to my 2TC as usual. After I was playing the Avacid, and I was just defending. And the guy is like, I asked the guy, hey, can I get some help? And he says, bro, I'm going Imperial. You just hold on. And at that point, I was like, I don't think this is gonna work, but you know what, whatever. And I did my best to hold on. I think I did a really good job on defending, otherwise we will be dead. Like, I finally went to Imperial with the Kaganate Palace and spammed some units there, and eventually we were able to push. But I was so amazed, like, are we really gonna go fast Imperial as the Mongols? Oh my god. But anyway, it worked out. Kinda crazy player. Let's get back into the game because we're not gonna see a fast Imperial for the Mongols this time. Louis already building an outpost next to the gold, next to the stone, next to the berries. Obviously, this is the secondary stone, but anyway, you deny 3 resources with this, which is a beautiful outpost. Look at that. Like, it's just beautiful when you have more than one resource you can deny it with your outpost. Feels good. Tanke aging up with a mainwork palace. The obvious choice for Order of the Dragon, just because the Akan Chapel doesn't really give you much bonuses. But obviously there's still a lot of people who use that, and we have seen it in tournaments as well. So it's not like a huge difference like in the Holy Roman Empire, like you have to go Akan Chapel. But I must say the Holy Roman Empire have had quite a lot of changes in the last few weeks, and they are going for mainwork as well, which is very interesting. Very interesting to see. Finally, Holy Roman Empires that were complaining about when am I gonna get some feudal action. There you go. Now you have feudal action as the Holy Roman Empire. A couple of more spearmen coming here, gonna torch the mining camp. I think emergency repairs should arrive on time, not to let the Mongols get that bounty. And we have a barracks coming here for Tanke. I'm gonna get that spearman right away to deal with those. You gotta see who's the real spearman. This guy, it's not bald by accident. That's actually the haircut. It's actually very cool, very cool stuff. I was actually finding the models of making ZBrush. If you don't know, ZBrush is a sculpting software you use for making the 3D models for games. And I saw the high resolution versions of these models for Age of Empires 4. And they were beautiful. There's a lot of detail there. For an RTS, that's a lot of detail. Louis, aging up with a silver tree, thinking about trading. And trade post not so far from his base, which is kind of good. But still, this trade post is very exposed, so it's very hard for trade as a Mongol in this map. At the same time, you can't ignore trading with the Mongols. Like, you have to try, because it's just the best way to get ahead on the economy. You have one of the best trades in the game, so why not take advantage of it? A couple of spearmen already here, guarding the stone. Looks like he's gonna go for a second town center. This doesn't look like an outpost in placement, and let's see if he wants to probably put it here, probably put it on the deer. We don't really know that yet, but we will see. We will see. Spearman just chasing the can. At the same time, Civil Tree about to be finished, and the age begins for Louis. Let's see if he does a switch of units, probably thinking about Keshiks, just have some map control, defend the trade. And you kind of put the opponent on a timer. When you start the trade, the opponent has to go out. Like, if you plan to go for a second TC or anything, you might as well invest on some cavalry just to deal with the traders. And you actually see the market here coming from Louis. Gonna have a lot of traders being trained. The can just dealing with those spearmen. Tanke has enough stone for another second town center. Looks like he will gather enough wood very soon. Placements for this outpost gonna deny the gold and the berries. Looks like Tanke is checking out where he can put it. We will see in the future. Looks like he's going to the berries, actually. Interesting position. Kind of protects the gold. Kind of protects the... it does protect the berries, but you need to deal with this outpost. Meanwhile, Louis sending those markets to the corner of the map. Obviously, Wolf won't gonna annoy us today. They only attack humans. Freaking wolves, man. Freaking wolf. A couple of archers already coming here. They're all going to the outpost. Always nice when you have an outpost, you kind of have like a safe rally point where you can send your units. Otherwise, you send them to death. And he cancels the town center and he goes here. I think this is a better choice. I mean, you have the gold here, which you need very dearly. Like, you already denied the gold in this area, so you can either come here. Actually, this is a very good spot. Has the boar, has the deer, has the gold, has everything. Makes you fat, makes you rich. A couple of more archers coming here, while Tanke still dealing with his second town center. Not gonna be able to deny the trade for the moment. The freaking wolf starts attacking the traders now. We're gonna see this in a while. Never mind, Louis, he knows how annoying this is. It's like, I need full concentration, man. Do not interfere in my trade route. While they can. More units gathering here. And Louis has stopped creating units. Maybe for now. Maybe for now. He has the Uvu around here, so he can potentially go for some pastures and have a lot of sheep if he wanted to. A lot of sheep. And when you put the pastures on the Uvu influence, they give you so much food. It's incredibly good, especially at the beginning of the game. Like, you have only one for a couple, and you don't need to worry about food for the long term, especially at the beginning of the game where you don't use much food. A couple of pastures, we should be more than enough, but now Louis is going there with the archer. Snipe out one spearman, snipes out another. Looks like he will get another one. They managed to escape. Still 3 left for him. Now he needs those horsemen. He already have the stable, has an archer range, has horsemen. So he's gonna be having a good time. He's gonna be having a good time. He just needs some time. Obviously, villagers here gathering wood. Have this. The gold is secure for the moment. More spearmen and archers coming from Louis. Not really interested on going into Keshiks. Let's take a look at the trade. 6 traders so far. That's really fast. At the 9-minute mark, 6 traders is not that bad at all. Not that bad. I mean, you can get away with that when your opponent goes for a second town center, and he's actually going to have an outpost here just to have an extra space to garrison the villagers. He knows where his opponent is. Probably Louis thinking about ramming this. Do we see a blacksmith? There's no blacksmith yet, but you can potentially ram this town center. There is no influence to the network where he can use emergency repair. So uh, can be doable. Can be doable for sure. For sure. Already 10 minutes into the game. Let's go back to income per minute. Looks like the gold for Louis, it's skyrocketing. Has 0 villagers on gold, actually. So all this gold coming from traders. Beautiful stuff to witness. You can already see the villager difference. It's already 44 for Louis. I mean, obviously these are Order of the Dragon, so they don't really, you know, they don't train as fast, but still, it's good always to have more villagers than your opponent. More traders coming. How many gold? How much gold? 82 gold. Not bad at all. Why do I see? I don't see the name here. That's. Oh, this has too much information. The name doesn't show. More units coming for Louis. It's gonna be just Spearman, Archer. Almost pretty much equal amount of units. Meanwhile, Tanke. Thinking about tanking some damage because he's building some early man-at-arms, which are perfect against anything that you see here. You just need a good amount of them and you're good to go. Especially, I will like the combo like man-at-arms and archers in this situation. Archers, obviously very good archers in the game. They do have a lot of attack speed. Meanwhile, the can giving some vision. Move the villagers right on time. He doesn't lose anything yet. And puts the ram to deal with this outpost. He already have siege engineering. Getting that +1 melee armor. +1 range attack coming soon. That's the beauty of main work, is that you can get all those upgrades really fast. Really fast. Now, military numbers starting to increase for Tanke. There were more eco upgrades coming up for Louis. As well as +1 range attack will come soon. You need to wait for that +1 range attack. Will make a good difference. Even with 5 archers, it does make a good difference. But at the same time, Louis is already thinking about aging up. He did stop making a lot of units, so he had a lot of resources in the bank. It's gonna be the cruel tide, definitely the right choice when you have a lot of traders. You don't want to mine gold. I mean, these guys will just deal with that. 500 gold a minute. Doesn't get better than that. Doesn't get better than that. Meanwhile, more units coming up for Tanke. Now, he does have a farm transition. So it's not like he's gonna be running out of food anytime soon. He can stay in his base to defend a little bit. Now the man-at-arms will kite, and they do what they do best. And like I said, archers dealing DPS on the back. Man-at-arms tanking the damage. Siege engineering coming soon for Louis. +1 range armor. No +1 range armor yet, so these archers are gonna do quite a lot of damage to these units. Like the HAP will arrive just in time. Louis getting veterancy for those spearmen and archers. As well as sprinkling placements starting to happen on those outposts. Wheelbarrow just coming for Tanke. Probably thinking about aging up as well. They are equal in army value. Can think about torching down this outpost, but the enemy is around here, so gonna be careful with the sprinkling placement. Gonna be taking down some of these traders. But looks like Tanke will lose his army here. He does have quite a few units, but you never know with Order of the Dragon. He's focusing, instead of fighting, he's just focusing on the traders. Like, I'm gonna take as many traders as I can. That's how it's gonna be. My man-at-arms just gonna tank damage, but now sprinkle placement arrive, and they will deal with those man-at-arms very quickly. Crossbows also arrive to the party, and now Tanke is back to 14 military units, and he's about to go back to 10. Meanwhile, second town center working very well for him. Like, you can already see his economy. It's gonna catch up really soon. It's not as good as the trade, but obviously, like, you could be in a war situation. I think probably the second town center here was a mistake. Like, if you see your opponent is gonna trade, stop it before you can. You have access to man-at-arms, which is a very good unit against any kind of unit that Louis creates, except the Keshiks probably. It's they're gonna do okay against them. Louis starting to grab some relics. Wolf letting us know that he wants to eat some piece of meat from that monk. Kurultai already here, also giving Louis some vision. Never mind, the trees are obstructing the view. Does he have access to? He does have access to improved siege engineering. So we may see a trebuchet. Are we seeing trebuchet? No, it's just gonna be a battering ram. Meanwhile, Louis with 700 gold a minute is getting all those upgrades, living the time of his life. More man-at-arms, more crossbows, and I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be really tough for Tanke. Meanwhile, as a distraction, the monk grabs the relic in the back of the base, leaving Tanke with very little choice but to go with the Burgrave. Already losing almost all the relics, villagers fighting for their life. It's gonna be a tough one for that, guys. It's just gonna be a tough one here. But despite everything, Tanke is holding up. He is holding up. I mean, despite being in Feudal Age, and we have seen this very many times before, where Feudal Age units from the Order of the Dragon are actually quite strong, and we have seen taking players who are already in Castle Age. So do not underestimate, for sure. Do not underestimate. It has enough gold to age up. Probably it's gonna be the Burgrave. Tell me it's gonna be the Burgrave. Oh my god, it's the Redness Cathedral. I mean, I don't know how he will feel when he realizes that there are no relics left in the map. Like, technically there is one left, but that's gonna be changing any time soon. I don't know what happened there, but it's like there is a slight side of hope for Tanke. And I feel like this is the situation where you need to go burger. You need to go for the burger. There is no other way. You have to go burger. And you should avoid the fights for now. Try to defend as much as possible. You're gonna get your upgrades really soon. Just wait a little bit. But this is a really tough situation. Your opponents are already in your face. Trade haven't been stopped for the moment. Should be a lot of traders on the market. Meanwhile, Castle Age already there. Let's see which upgrades he gets. I mean, obviously he's not gonna get there in Relic, but it's getting better man-at-arms. And the good thing is you have main work, so you can still get those blacksmith upgrades really fast. Horseman just running around without attacking. Man-at-arms just attacking just before being better, and oh my god. Gilded crossbows out there in the field at the same time. Town Center in trouble. Looks like Town Center is gonna go down. He taps out. Well played by these two players. Hope you enjoyed this match, and if you do, I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.